So it's very easy for a multinational company to hire you, because then they can utilize your skills in multiple locations of their business instead of just one. In this episode, I'm going to be talking about the top 10 skills that when you acquire, you're going to get a job very, very quickly right after graduation. And I mean super quickly. And especially to even work if you get a combination or clusters of these types of skills together. Getting one or two is fine, but if you have clusters of them, that increases your chances of getting the job you want very quickly, exponentially. Awesome. So let's get started. Right before then, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, do yourself a great service by subscribing to this channel. You'll never regret it. Anytime I churn out great content like this, you're going to get notified. And I think it's also the right thing to do. Anyway, let's get on with it. So the first one is coding skills. Why do I say coding skills? Coding is of high demand, regardless of your background. If you have a little bit knack, a little bit interest in coding, you can be a lawyer and learn how to code. You can even be a doctor and learn how to code. It doesn't have to be something way out of the blue. It's not rocket science, right? And most of these skills that I'm going to be talking about, all they need is anywhere between 1 month and 6 months worth of passive training, or six months worth of, you can take maybe a community college course, or basically you can do online courses and be able to get proficient in any of these skill set that I'm going to be talking about. So the first one is coding. So you code. So there are people who there are so many programs that you can learn with coding. Learn Java. You can learn HTML, PHP as a language. PHP is one of the traditional. It's been there for a long time, or various subsets of PHP. And Python is also one of them. Ruby. There are so many of them. So sitting down and not doing anything, you can probably, if you finish school and you did something in engineering, maybe chemical engineering, why don't you just, the time that you are waiting to get your first job or whatever it is, the first 6 months, even if you have something doing, you can part-time just learn how to write Python codes, Ruby, PHP, Java, so many of them, right? So that is a key skill area that I think when you get it, regardless of which country that you want, programmers, engineers, software engineers are in high demand. So coding is number one. Number two is data analysis. The world is moving towards a data-centric world. Data analysis is key. There is a skill that allows you to delve deep into large swaths of data and analyze them into usable chunks, right? So data analysis is everywhere. So people work in data analysis as a career. Business analysts, they use a lot of data. Financial analysts, they use a lot of financial data, right? So many things that you can do as a data analyst. And these days, there's another discipline that has opened in terms of marketing analytics. So if you, for instance, those who have a passion to work in the marketing field, why don't you add some kind of data analysis knowledge to your armory, so that yes, you can probably do marketing services or digital marketing services for a client, but you can also analyze the marketing data, pulling the data. So what happens is that most of, especially digital marketing, let's say Facebook advertising or Google advertising or search engine optimization, which literally means Search engine optimization is a big word that literally means the things that you need to do for your website to start ranking higher in Google and any other search engines, right? So if you have all that all those kind of marketing activities produce a lot of data. So the ability to analyze data to maybe tell a client or tell your employer or tell your head of department that this amount of money that they are spending on marketing, the marketing is more effective, let's say on a Thursday night and Friday nights only, and it's not very effective from Monday to Wednesday, right? So that they can focus more advertising dollars in those days that are very effective. Sometimes too, the marketing message may not be sitting out very well with men as opposed to women, so that you can optimize all these things, so that the marketing team can go back and optimize the message so that it appeals to more men as it also appeals to women. So that's just a gist of marketing analytics. And one of the key tools that you probably it will be awesome to know about is Excel. Advanced Excel. So you do the basics and then go a bit deeper, whereby you are learning more about the advanced features of Excel or Google Sheets. They almost mean the same. Google Sheets is growing very rapidly. I use Google Sheets 90% of the time, and probably 10% of the time Excel. I love Google Sheets. It's the functionalities are almost the same as Excel. So if you know Google Sheet, you are good. If you know Excel, you can do Google Sheets. That's how it is. So you learn some of the core features of the advanced features of Excel. So you're doing formulas, complex formulas. We call some things if statements or complex if statements, nested if statements, VLOOKUPs, pivot tables, and all those kind of things, concatenation of formulas. If you are not into all these things, this may sound a little bit boring, but it's powerful if you can get that and add that to your treasure trove of skill set. So that is data analysis. The third one is language skills. Language skills is so amazing. It acts as a competitive advantage. So if you are predominantly in an English speaking environment and you have all these other skills and you can, let's say, speak French or Spanish fluently, then it opens a whole world up for you. So if you can, for instance, you in Africa, Africa is predominantly English or French. So if you are in a predominantly French speaking country and you learn to be proficient in English, what happens is that now your language, the extra language that you can speak or the extra language that you've learned now opens doors for your other skills to find expression in other countries. So it's very easy for a multinational company to hire you because then they can utilize your skills in multiple locations of their business instead of just one. So extra language skills is fantastic. Sometimes you can even work part-time doing translation services for people or for organizations. It's an amazing thing if you can do that. The next one is copywriting skills. That is so important. It's not very popular yet when it comes to Africa, but copywriters, there are copywriters in developed countries like the US and things who some of them make probably over $1 million a year. You'll be surprised. So copy is that it's the skill set. It's almost like an art, right? It's a skill set that makes somebody be able to communicate what is in the mind of somebody who is selling something. So if I want to sell something, I create a website. The copy that goes there, that actually would convince a visitor to the site to take certain actions is the work of a copywriter. Copywriters can be used also in this area, in this era of search engine optimization. So for a website to rank higher, there must be quality content on that website, quality information. And who is best positioned to write quality information? Copywriter, right? Sometimes it's just simple sales copy that is going out in an email blast to people, because the sales copy must have several elements. It must have that introduction bit, it must have that emotional trigger, and then it must have a call to action. So you have to have that skill set. It's almost like psychology, that you are able to write, to enter into somebody's brain who doesn't know you from Adam, and you're able to enter into their brain and subtly cause them to take an action. And that action typically is either to buy from you, or to probably give you their email address, or any other combination of any sort of call to action that you would want. Maybe for them to volunteer to do something for you. So copywriting is a very important skill set. Very, very important skill set. So these are things that you can take courses online. And I think with copywriting, yes, you will get better over a long period of time, but just to get the basics and to hit the ground running, maybe a 4 to 6 week course, you can learn copywriting and add that to your skills repository, right? Then we talked about data analysis, but now I'm going to talk a little bit about, there's another skill set that's a little bit different from data analysis, right? That is data visualization. So data visualization becomes the fifth skill set. Data visualization is a bit different because although it has some similarities with data analysis, accountants analyzing data and that kind of thing, but data visualization is also a new area whereby it normally goes with artificial intelligence, right? Machine learning, artificial intelligence. Don't let these kind of terminologies scare you. They are not rocket science. Anybody who has a little bit of interest in those areas can jump in and learn about them. So data, basically, I would say it's an element of data science, right? You can go and do PhD in data science. I'm not talking about all the core elements of data science. I just want you to learn about data visualization, right? Data visualization is get a large pool of data, and then you through maybe certain key softwares or whatever it is, you're able to provide dashboards or visuals that tells a story about the data, right? Everybody loves a good story. Most companies are sitting on large volumes of data, especially traditional businesses, like manufacturing, agriculture, certain services businesses, that they are sitting on large volumes of data. They don't even know what to do with it. So assuming you go into an organization like that and you volunteer that, this day I can do data visualization for you. Just throw all the data at you, and then you're able to come up with some amazing stories based on dashboards, based on certain charts, based on certain graphs, based on certain data points that you're able to identify. And that helps management to make decisions. It's useful for decision making purposes. So what are some of the things that you can learn? Introductory tools that you can use to just get your feet wet into data visualization is Google Data Studio. Microsoft Power BI is also another option. Microsoft Power BI, Google Data Studio. Third one, that's a paid software. All of them are Data Studio and Power BI. I think they're free. Then there's another one that big companies use. It's called Tableau. 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 I think it's a French word. Tableau is amazing software that is used predominantly for data visualization. So if you can learn, if the company that you're looking to work for uses Tableau, and you know how to use Tableau, because it has a little bit of a steeper learning curve. So if you're able to learn about these, then you'll be a massive asset to that organization. Then the big one is Python. We talked about Python first when we talked about coding skills. Now you can learn Python for data visualization, particularly with a subset or with an Python with R. It's a language called R. You combine Python with R, then you are in it for you get the whole shebang of data visualization and even machine learning. All these things, I think, within 6 months of part-time study. Maybe you give it maybe 6-7 hours every week. You should be able to get some level of proficiency in this area. For 6 months, you should be up and running. Full data visualizer, right? Then the next skill, number 6, is social media manager. Social media manager. You can learn the social media manager. It wouldn't take you that long. Maybe 2-3 months, you should be done. Whereby you are managing social media assets for either your organization or for clients. Let's say if you want to do some freelancing work. And trust me, all these skills can help you also get some side money through freelancing sites like Upwork, Fiverr, freelancer.com. There are several of them, right? So all these things can open you up to a world of opportunity in terms of income potential. So you handle your company's social media marketing for them. So they are Facebook ads, Instagram ads, YouTube channel. You run their YouTube channel, YouTube ads, right? You run the sometimes you can even bake in their content management system. So if they have some blog hosted on WordPress, which is a content management system, you can have that. Then not only that, you can also do these days there are a lot of marketing happening on Instagram. I mean on LinkedIn, not only Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok as well. So you can have all that kind of thing together as a social media manager, right? Social media manager. I was kind of stretching a little bit, so that takes me to the 6th point, or actually it's the 7th, if my mathematics is right. There's so many of these, but I'm trying to just limit myself and sound as clear as I can. So then the next one that's kind of leading into from social media marketing is lead generation and sales funnel builder. If you're lead generation and sales funnel, let me explain what they are. Lead generation is, for instance, let me use an example. For instance, if you're a real estate agent, you sell homes. What the key thing that determines your revenue or your income downstream is going to be the number of leads that you have in your pipeline. So if you have more people that you have their contact information that they actually are looking to buy a house, that is your lead. Okay. Also, let's say if you work for IBM or any of these technology companies, Microsoft, on the enterprise side, or you work in the organization and you are tasked to selling certain packages or certain solutions to companies, right? You need leads. You need to find who or which organizations are interested in your product or your service. Those are what we call leads. Leads are so valuable. In real estate, one lead can cost probably up to $1,000. That's how leads are. Leads are super important. So you're going to learn the skill to learn how to lead generate. So you bring in leads to your organization. And then the next part, I said lead generation and funnel design. Funnel design is more of sales funnel. So it's best semblance to the word funnel, where funnel, the top is bigger, the bottom is smaller. So sales funnel design is designing a system or a series of activities that a potential client will have to go through. So it's like they're going through some cycle or some steps. Let me put it steps. Some steps that a potential visitor to maybe a website or maybe your social media site, a potential visitor lands there, And a series of events will move that visitor from just looking around to actually taking a specified action. And typically that action is a sale. So that journey, whoever designs that journey, that will lead them from one step to another to the final destination. That is what we call a sales funnel. I'll use an example. The first time I went to IKEA, the Swedish furniture manufacturer, I entered into that, and it's like you go to IKEA. The design of the outlet is outlets not just like a normal supermarket that you just go in and walk in the aisles and then choose whatever you want and move. No, IKEA is not like that. IKEA has been designed like a maze. You go in one way and you come out another way, and it's been intelligently designed that by the time you finish going through all that maze, if you don't like table, you will like a chair. If you will not like a chair, you will like a sofa. If you wouldn't like a sofa, you probably like a curtain or a towel or something, right? That would, or a wall clock or something, and they will let you walk through. They designed it in such a way that at the end, by the time you get out, you're going to get something. To me, that is kind of a sales funnel. So think about it that way, that whoever has that skill to design sales funnels, right, and to come up with lead generation, to be able to bring in leads, to be able to you able to bring in more leads to your organization. That once the leads come in, then you throw the leads into a funnel, and the funnel converts them to buy. It's phenomenal, right? Phenomenal. And one more thing that I just remembered that I'll throw it in. If this is getting good and you've not subscribed, subscribe right now. I'm really enjoying the content myself. Anyway, let's continue. So I'm just going to throw this in, which I just remembered, on lead generation and sales funnel design. That if you can bundle all together with knowledge about email marketing and automation. So email marketing is part of sales funnel design. So you get a series of people into an email marketing system. There are several of them, and I'll talk about how long it takes to learn these things and some of the tools that you can learn. So you can get them into an email marketing system. One of them is MailChimp. My favorite is ActiveCampaign. There are so many of them, right? HubSpot is also a very good one, quite expensive, like ActiveCampaign. I don't even know, so many. You're talking of literally hundreds of them. So what happens is that you say, okay, whenever I add somebody to this email list, I write a campaign that campaign gets sent out to them automatically. So for instance, the moment somebody visits my website and type and says, I want to receive email newsletter from you. Maybe if I have a magazine or a newsletter, weekly newsletter, immediately the system will send them a welcome thank you. And probably after 2 days, maybe send them the first episode. And after 4 days, send them the second episode. After 5 days, send them the third, the fourth, the fifth. You get the sequence. So it's like a series of campaigns that have been pre-made. And then when you put somebody into your campaign, that series of messages automatically gets sending to them based on the frequency that you yourself have set. That's basically email marketing. Then these days there's automation that's attached to it, that you can automate so many things, especially with platforms like ActiveCampaign, Drip, MailChimp. Not probably the best ones are Drip and ActiveCampaign that I've seen. Super automation. If you can learn ActiveCampaign and your company can afford it, that will be a major skill upgrade for you. So that is, I think, point number 6, if I'm not mistaken. Let's go to the next one. The next skill set is selling. To me, of all the skill set I've talked about so far, and the ones that I'm here to talk about, the most important skill set is selling skills. If you know how to sell, or if you've mastered the skill of selling, frankly speaking, you can never be unemployed. Why? Everybody wants a salesperson. Everybody wants a salesperson, right? Even in a down economy, when everybody is being fired, in an organization when everybody is being fired, the only people that never get touched are salespeople. And salespeople with high performance never get touched. Even if you decide you will not work for anybody and you are really, really good at selling, all you do is just go hit the street, go to town, look at products and services that people are selling, whether physical products or online, whatever they are. Go talk to them that you want to sell to them and take a commission. They will be happy you knock on their door. Everyone wants a good salesperson. So selling is a key skill. I believe everybody should have this skill in their bucket. It's an amazing skill. Most people are scared of selling, but they are selling anyway. When you go for a job interview, what do you think you are doing? You're selling yourself, right? So perfect that skill. Read some books on selling and negotiation and those kind of things, and gradually begin to improve yourself as to how to close a sale, how to handle rejection. If somebody says you're going to sell something to somebody and they say no, most people are scared that people will say no. No doesn't kill anybody, right? Somebody saying no to you is better than they not knowing you at all. At least if they say no to you today, tomorrow they might say yes. And actually they also have gotten to know you and know your brand and know the business you're representing and also know your product. That is free marketing. So a bad sale is a good marketing. It's good marketing. Think about it. Bad sale is good marketing because the person didn't buy, but now they know about you. One day they may be in a conversation with somebody who needs the service that you provide. So, that gentleman spoke to me about this product some time ago. There's this company, blah, blah, blah. It's marketing. It's working. So selling is a great skill to develop. Then the next skill is presentation skills. Presentation. One of the key things is slide design. How do you put together, let's say, a communication that your boss wants to go out or board wants to do, let's say a presentation to clients or investors or whatever it is. Most people don't know how to design. In this era of design templates, platforms like Prezi, Canva, Trello, all those kind of these pre-made, nicely designed kind of website, you have no excuse. Develop that skill. So easy to develop this skill. Learn Canva. Within 4 weeks, you should be a master at Canva. Learn their design canvas. You using their templates, right? And then after you've done it for a while, now you can design from scratch. After you've used the template for a while, you design from scratch. And it's amazing. Most people overcrowd their designs. They make their designs very, very busy that you can't even use. So doing a presentation, people are sitting there and they are flipping on their phones. They are sleeping. Why? Because the design is not being designed very well. And I learned this from one of the greatest slide designers in the world, Nancy Duarte. I think she's based in California. Somewhere. Her organization, I think, is Duarte Inc. or something like that. And they teach corporations and executives as to how to design slides and presentations. So learn that. You learn that. Get more information about all these things. You can get some cool YouTube platforms that teaches about design, and then apply yourself there, and you become one of the best slide designers your organization or prospective employer would ever hope for. Then I think the last skill that I'm going to be talking about is CRM and automation, customer relationship management, whereby you have a system that get queries from potential customers. Maybe they have questions, they may have suggestions, feedback, horror stories, praises that they want to communicate back and forth with the organization. We need somebody with super CRM skills to be able to handle them. And these days you learn that so there are platforms that are used to do that. So one of them is Zendesk. You learn how to use Zendesk. There's several of them. So just Google CRM training or whatever it is. Go on Udemy, learn Coursera. There are so many courses, short courses. Learn them, and then the automation part, where sometimes the volume of requests coming in may be too much. So sometimes we use what we call chat bots to automate conversation between customers and the company. So chat bots are typically computer bots or software bots that we train. We say, okay, anytime somebody comes on our website and they enters that, oh, I want information about, let's say you're a real estate agent, I want information about this particular house, right? Or the name of the house may be Lovewell House. So anytime you train the bot, anytime you see Lovewell House and the person says, I want more information, send this PDF to that person or send this video to that person automatically. They wouldn't know, the person who is sending wouldn't know that it's a chatbot. Then once the person receives it and then they want to still talk about something, then an actual human being will respond. In that way, it cuts the load. It cuts down the workload of employees in the organization. So that's a skill set to look out for. CRM is particularly with some kind of bot automation, where the bot can be talking with people using Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp Messenger, Telegram, or any of those kind of messengers that can automate conversation between the company and potential users. These are the top 10 skills that I think will be complete game changers for you if you give yourself 1 month to 6 months to learn them. I want you to subscribe to this channel. This is really good information. Subscribe to this channel and you get more of such fantastic content each time. And also I have another content here that I want you to click on and enjoy. It's going to make a world of difference to you. Thank you so much for your time. Bye.